Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new personal art diaries. This is personal art diaries number 11. And what I do is I want to talk about very specific topics that are very important to our art community. But I feel like sometimes these are also helpful for anyone who watches these videos. I find that there's a lot of topics that we want to talk about, but it's really hard to put those into words, or they're taboo subjects that nobody wants to speak about because they're afraid of the backlash they're going to get from the members of the community. But I really want to address many things that others don't want to talk about, and I think it's important because I've gotten so many messages from you telling me that these have helped you so much because these are topics that you guys feel the same way, but you don't want to share with others about this. So making you feel that you're not alone in this journey is really part of the process. And because if you're feeling it, then probably I'm feeling it and others are feeling it as well. Today's topic is very important because it's about comparing ourselves to others. And I really encourage you that if there is any topics that you want me to talk about, please leave me a comment and I will add them to my list because I'm going to post one every Friday night. I also have a Facebook group where I posted this question and a lot of people gave me amazing ideas of what to talk about. So if you want to join that, that's Keren, Tamir, and Friends Creative Space. I really also appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and press the bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. So as I said, today's topic is about comparing ourselves to others. This topic doesn't only have to do with our creative community because we as human beings tend to compare ourselves to other people, like the grass is greener, always on the other side, or we feel that some people have it better than others. I want to say that I am not an expert in this topic. I am only talking from personal experience, and I really want to say that because obviously I don't have any degrees, any therapeutic degrees of any kind. I really like to share what I've experienced personally. So, like any of you, I've always compared myself to others. It's really, really hard not to do that. And what I want you to maybe get out of this video is that it's okay to compare yourself to other people. That's natural. That's how we do it. That's human beings. I mean, if we want to go by anything, that's how we were created. But the key point of that is that even if you're comparing yourself to someone else, you should still be your own person and your own self and have your own ideas. So for me, what I tend to compare myself about is obviously my artwork and also regarding the social media. And what I mean by that is that I always question myself, well, how come this person has so many followers? I'm doing the same thing they're doing and I have less followers than them, or subscribers or viewers on YouTube. And I feel like I am sure it's a taboo thing to say and express this, but I am sure many people go through this. I've talked to many of my friends on social media and they experience and feel similar things. Nobody talks about that, but doesn't mean that it's not valid or real. And the first thing that I said is that it's okay to be who you are, and it's okay to sometimes feel discouraged when you're comparing yourself to others. Because you're creating something, and then let's say you entered a challenge for some kind of with one of your projects, and a project that you think maybe is very similar to what you created wins and you don't. You're comparing yourself and you feel discouraged about that. And that's okay, that's valid. In any job, that's going to happen no matter what, not only in the creative world. So I really want to emphasize that it's okay to feel disheartened about that and discouraged and feel that why me, or why you're comparing yourself, and why am I always comparing myself to other. What I want you to get out of it is that even if you're doing that, I want you to use that power, that feeling, to push yourself further and actually use it to push your art or your creativity further. And what I mean by that, I'll give you an example. Way back when I was doing challenges 10 years ago, when I started blogging and started joining challenges and trying to get onto design teams, I had the same problem. I was discouraged and I felt like why wasn't I winning, and why were others winning when I wasn't, and it would affect me greatly. Or why would people get onto design teams and I didn't? So I used to constantly compare myself to others. And I couldn't help myself. There's nothing I could do about it. But what it did to me is that it pushed me to get further and further into this. Instead of quitting and saying, oh, well, you know what, it's not worth it, I'm not going to do anything about it, it drove me to get better at what I was doing. For whatever reason, whether or not I was chosen for a challenge or for a design team. But what it did is it drove me. Every rejection, or I felt it was a rejection, every time they said no to me, I said, really? You think no? You're going to see how much I'm going to push myself. And I pushed myself and it drove me even further. Don't get me wrong, there were always setbacks. Always setbacks. Every time I would go forward, there was something that would always pull me back, and then I would say, how come this happened to me? And it would like really set me back. But it would still push me forward. And I want to really specify what I mean. None of us have ill intentions for anybody else. I mean, truly, we don't have ill intentions. When we say, how come I can't do as well as so and so, it doesn't mean that we don't want them to do well. What we want is for us to do as well as them. That we're putting the same amount of effort and we feel that our results are not coming through. And then fast forward 10 years to where I am now with my YouTube channel, I do feel for all my effort that I should be at 100,000 viewers. And I feel sometimes bad about myself because I think, why am I complaining? I have 30,000 subscribers. But what it does is that I'm comparing myself to other YouTubers who do the same thing as me and have been doing it as long as I've been doing it and have way more subscribers than I do. Or people that have just started recently and grow really fast and surpass the subscription or the viewership that I have. So it makes me feel like, oh, what am I doing wrong? And I start comparing myself. So trust me, in every stage of this, you end up comparing yourself to someone. The only difference, what it does to me, is that it actually pushes me forward to say, okay, how am I doing this? Okay, let me try this a different way. Let's see how I can push myself forward and continue in this journey because I love doing it. So as long as you love doing it, and as long as you don't feel horrible about yourself, which is really important to not do, you can use that power of comparison. And instead of saying, why am I not like this person? After you went through that sentence, you can say, what can I do to drive myself forward with this energy that I have? And that's the key point of this. So I want to make sure that you don't feel bad if you are comparing yourself to others. That's okay. I've never met a person that hasn't compared themselves to another person. It is just nature because there's so many of us around. And there's many things that we compare ourselves to. What's important is to know that how you use that to further yourself in your dreams, in your desires, in your wishes for what you want to accomplish, your goals, or what you want to do in life. Because you should be dreaming big. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Whatever it is that you want, you should be dreaming big and doing it because you love it. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my little pep talk today. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends on social media. I truly believe that if you need this, then I'm sure many others need to hear this, because we have such an amazing community of people that are usually so encouraging, and I really want to continue that. And that's why I'm doing these personal art diaries, because I really want to encourage everyone to create and to be together and support one another. So please share with others on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or anywhere you want. Twitter, although I don't have Twitter, so please share on Twitter if you do. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for always supporting me. I love you all, and thank you, and have an amazing day. Bye.